Tarek, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, everybody, I think, knows who watches a little bit of international politics that Qatar and Turkey are particularly close. How does Kuwait enter this alignment of Turkey, Qatar and Kuwait?
Well, this is, I think, a very significant visit from the Turkish president. I think there were two watershed moments in the Gulf in the past decade. So in the last 10 years, there was the Arab Spring starting 2011, and then there was the blockade of Qatar in 2017. So these two moments brought, of course, Turkey and Qatar closer. But also, I think Kuwait was very important in this regard. Kuwait is a constitutional monarchy. It has actually expressed sympathy for the feelings of change in the Arab region, in the MENA region, and therefore it took some very important stances, significant stances. For example, in Bahrain, Kuwait refused to send its troops alongside Saudi Arabia and the UAE to quash the kind of demonstrations that were taking place in the late 2011. So the three countries are aligned in the sense that they have nothing to fear from the Arab Spring. They have cooperated actually on many fronts, on many aspects. And during the blockade of Qatar, of course, Turkey played a prominent role. It showed its resilience. It showed how it is committed to its allies and friends in the region. And Turkey, of course, sent a lot of help, assistance to Qatar, but also sent troops actually to prevent any kind of attempt to subverting the situation, the political situation in Qatar. Kuwait was watching these developments, and actually they felt that they can rely on Turkey as a nation, and the relations between both parties have improved significantly since then.
Tarek, there's possibly a counterbalance here in terms of Turkey, Qatar, maybe Kuwait, as you've been indicating, possibly a counterbalance to Saudi Arabia's way of thinking of trying to get Gulf Arab states towards its position. But there's another important point as well, considering what's been happening recently. How much do you think possibly Recep Tayyip Erdogan may have spoken to the new Emir of Kuwait and said, I hope that you're not going to sign any normalization deal with Israel?
These are very, very important points. I think definitely Turkey is trying to provide assistance to the countries in the region. They are trying to make sure that the countries in the region preserve their autonomy, preserve their independence, and resist any attempts of subversion by the axis, the Saudi and UAE axis. So there is a lot of effort, and I'm sure that this is not the first visit. There was a visit before that of the Turkish Foreign Ministry to express condolences and pay its respects. So this is another very high-level visit to, again, express condolences and pay the respect to the new leadership in Kuwait, and also signal the willingness and commitment of Turkey to stand by the Kuwaiti state. On your other point, knowing Kuwait very well, I don't think they are the first one who will be jumping into the bandwagon of normalization with Israel. Kuwait has been very consistent in its positions in the last 40 years, and they said it expressly in the past month. They said, if there is any normalization, we'll be the last to be there. So I think there is very much a lot of harmony between the different protagonists in this case, and I don't think that there will be any normalization or any jump into the normalization bandwagon soon on behalf of Kuwait. But of course, these meetings are very important to reiterate the positions and express the synergies. And I think the Kuwaiti decision makers and the Qatari decision makers will definitely update each other with the Turkish president on the new developments happening in different aspects.
Always appreciate the analysis, Tarek. Thank you so much indeed, my colleague Tarek Cherkaoui.